We're sliding into a new year. Let's talk about updating our money plan. What's up, everyone? Thank you for stopping by the Achieve Financial Coaching channel, where we believe in breaking the chains of debt and, of course, talking about all things related to personal finance. My name is Kenny Simon. I am your personal finance coach. And today I just want to talk a little bit about making plans with our money. I'm not a big proponent of New Year's resolutions or things like that, mostly because we don't keep them. A couple of weeks into the new year, we're just back to our old habits. But I want to give us about 10 things to think about that really will help us reflect on where we are with our finances, and to maybe make a plan or update a current plan, if you have one, on how we want to handle our money, not just in the new year, but going forward. We should always be looking to strive to the next level to maybe get a little bit better than we were last year. And so today I want to talk about 10 things that will help you get your finances together in the new year. Please subscribe to the channel, like the video, and drop a comment. Let's get started. So before we get into the content of today's video, I want to quote something that Mellody Hobson said. She's a former chairwoman from DreamWorks Animation. She said something that's profound if you just stop and think about it just for a second. If you understand how money can work for and against you, you can make better decisions. Financial literacy is not about wealth, but about understanding money, regardless of the amount. It is about how you will treat it and how you will maximize opportunities. Okay, so I have 10 quick things I want to go through in order for us to get our finances together for the new year, for us to make a plan for the new year. Let's all make sure we're doing that regardless of your financial situation, whether it's great or whether it's not so great. First thing is to acknowledge your current financial situation. You need to face facts. So hiding your head in the sand will have you eating dog food or worse later into your golden years. So let's not pretend that our situation isn't what it is. Pretending your money situation will magically get better doesn't help. It takes being intentional to make change, and that starts with self-reflection and getting real about where you are with your money today. Second thing, get aligned on your finances. Listen, we need to get on the same page with our family, whether that's a spouse, a partner, or something, or children, whomever. But you need to get on the same page with your family about money. Have money conversations with your family. Discuss the importance of proper money management. And if you don't know how to do it, it could be a journey you all could take together. This could literally save your family lots of heartache down the road. Money isn't everything, of course, but it's very important. If we can discuss the meaningless mess we talk about every day, we certainly can talk about money, so we need to get on it. Third thing is to know how much you owe. Listen, we need to itemize our debt obligations, and then the next step is to make a plan to pay stuff off. There are lots of ways to pay stuff off. You have debt snowballs out there, you have debt avalanches, you have the financial order of operations, sometimes called FOO. Listen, pick a debt repayment method and get on it. Pick what works for you. There are many of them out there. You've got to give your debt some attention, so make a plan and then stick to the plan. Fourth thing, kind of related to knowing how much you owe, is create a spending plan or a budget. You start with your income, how much you're bringing in, and then you see how much you owe, how much is going out, and then every payment you make, to someone, you need to itemize that in your spending plan, all the way down to the Netflix subscription. So make a budget, stick to it. It's going to take you a couple of 2-3 months to get used to that, but you can get the hang of it. This is critical no matter how much or how little you make. Fifth one is one that I like. You need to develop a pay yourself mentality. Now, paying yourself may be saving or investing, and it actually may be paying off debt depending on your situation. But you've got to start thinking about paying yourself before you pay everyone else. Okay, that doesn't mean buy stuff for yourself before you pay your rent, your mortgage, or your utility bills, right? We need to be mature about this. But it does mean prioritizing securing your finances and your financial future. Make saving and investing a priority, just like you do your utility bills, especially after you have paid off your consumer debt. Then definitely adopt this pay yourself first mentality. Sixth thing, something we all should do. You've all heard me talk about this. Get life insurance. If something happens to you, what happens to your loved one's financial situation, right? Are they struggling after you leave? Do they have enough to bury you and replace your income, or at least pay off any bills that you have remaining, or will they have to resort to GoFundMe? Get some life insurance. There are lots of policies out there. Figure out how much you need. Get some. Seventh thing, practice patience and discipline. You don't get good at handling money without patience and discipline, right? And you can't get out of debt overnight. So you can't expect that just because now you have this mentality that you're going to pay things off, that it's going to happen quickly, because it can't and it won't. I've heard Dave Ramsey, for example, say, hey, you can wander into debt, but you can't wander out. That's very true. So start saying no to things that aren't truly needs. That's that discipline piece, right? This will be hard because someone's birthday is going to come up, or you're going to want to have a lavish vacation or something like that. But you need to learn to do without that stuff that truly isn't a need, especially when you're getting yourself together. Once you got your money together, enjoy your money, right? But one of the things you're going to have to do is practice some patience and some discipline. The eighth thing, hear me on this. This actually could have been number one. Stop neglecting your retirement. It's time to look into your 401k at work, or whatever retirement plan you have at work, and see where your options are. You need to learn about the plan. So that means taking some time to read it. Same way we take time to scroll through Facebook and TikTok, you can stop and take some time to read about your retirement plan. So if you aren't contributing, you should start, or get yourself in a position to where you can start contributing. If you are contributing, make a plan to step it up all the way until you're maxing this thing out. Because I'm going to tell you, if your plan is to live off Social Security, it is a bad plan. The average payment is $1,400, $1,500. And I don't know about you, but that's not going to go very far in most places. So take control of your retirement today. Ninth thing, quickly, commit to learning about money. Listen, you can watch videos like this one, you can read books, you can talk to people. Personal finance isn't as complicated as people think. But for a number of reasons, we have an aversion to it. It's much easier than it was like when I was trying to learn about personal finances, because I had to read lots of books and dissect information. You can look at a 7, 8, 9, 10, 15-minute YouTube video and be much further ahead than I was back in the days when I was reading 2 or 3 books to figure out what a mutual fund was, right? But sooner or later, you will have to pay attention to your money, and you don't want that picture to be grim when you do have to face it, right? No matter how much or how little you make, you should be learning about money. And the last thing, which I think is, awesome, it's a great concept to underline and underpin all of this stuff, is give yourself some grace with whatever plan you set for this new year, or how you want to handle your money. You aren't going to be good at it when you start. It's just not how it works, but that's no excuse to give up. So most of us aren't good at anything new that we start, and money is no different. So don't be hard on yourself when you mess up a few times. Get back on it, stay on it, and stick to it. I hope those 10 things gave you something to think about. Listen, you may not be able to tackle all 10, but you may be able to pick 1 or 2 off that list and then start building a plan around those. Don't overwhelm yourself. And as I said, give yourself some grace as you're trying to build these plans. Listen, ignoring your finances is not a recipe to do anything successfully as it relates to money in the future. It is time for us to start paying attention to the finances that we have and making sure that we're using this money in the best way possible. Money is definitely not everything. I've made an entire video on many reasons why it's not, but it's definitely important enough for us to focus on. Get a money plan if you don't have one, and then if you do have one, update your money plan. Remember, you can achieve much greater things than where you are today if you're willing to put it into work. Conceive it, believe it, and achieve it. I'll see you all on the next video.